Okay, hello, nice to see you again. If you watched my video yesterday, you would know that we are discussing about writing academic, and yesterday we have learned about section 1, identify the requirements, and for today, day 2, we are focusing on section 2, understanding longer essay prompt. So what is longer essay prompt? Longer essay prompt consists of multiple requirements, so you may find 2, 3 or more requirements there, and then it's a little bit tricky or challenge to identify the general topic because of the length of the question. Remember, to understand the essay prompt, there are two things that we should do. The first, identify the general topic, and the second is identify the requirements of the task. And this longer essay prompt, because there are many requirements there, so you need to cycle or underline each instructional words indicating the requirement one by one. That is the first step. The second step is you need to distinguish which one is main requirement, sub requirement, and sub requirement. Main requirements, we may call it as the mother question, or the one that the focus of the writer should be paid on. And there are sub requirement and sub requirement. Main requirement usually comes up as the first instructional words given. Remember that this is the focus, the main focus of the writer, and sub requirement and sub requirement, different level of attention should be paid on this. But all of these, main requirement, sub requirement, and sub requirement, should be addressed or should be answered by the writer in his or her essay. To make it clear or to make it easier to distinguish which one is main requirement or sub requirement, we might need to use an outline. Main requirement as the first, it may follow by sub requirement 1. Sub requirement 1 may be followed by sub requirement, and then there's sub requirement 2 and sub requirement again. Okay, let's move to an example to make it fast. Let me flip this. Okay, you may see a list. There's a bunch of words. This is a question, and it's what we call a longer essay prompt. Next, let's identify the general topic. You may read this whole question. Okay, in short, this question is about a prompt in which writer should assess or should evaluate how the using of nuclear energy, and then discuss the using of nuclear energy about its cost and about its environmental impact, and then make comparison about nuclear energy and another energy sources. The last includes statistics from various of sources to support the position or to support the opinion, the judgment, the evaluation of the writer about nuclear energy. Because we are talking about nuclear energy in general, so the general topic is, right, nuclear energy. Okay, second, let's identify the requirement. Okay, you may see in this, assess, instructional words, look for another, discussed. And we also find make comparison or compare, and the last is include. So there are 4 clear requirements here. I wrote it down in here. Assess how much, discuss matter of concern, make comparison, and include statistics. Remember about 4 types of requirements I told you yesterday. There are recall, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation, and we can define it or we can distinguish it by certain instructional words given. If it's about assess or judge or comment or recommend, so it's evaluation, evaluate about nuclear energy. Discussed, it's analysis, and make comparison or compare, it means also analysis, and let's include, use, refer, or anything, it's instructional word for synthesis. So we find 4 requirements for this longer prompt: evaluation, analysis, and synthesis. The last step, look for main requirement and sub requirement. because this is about evaluation, how to evaluate the nuclear energy using. So we find assessed how much country should rely on nuclear energy as the main requirement. The main focus of the writer on this essay, and then discuss matter of concern as the sub-requirement 1, it followed by and make comparison as sub-requirement, and also the last sub-requirement or sub-requirement 2 as include statistic from a variety of sources to help your position. Okay, that's all for today. As what longer is the prompt, remember to identify the topic, although it's maybe tricky or difficult. And the second is identify the requirements, and then identify the main requirement, sub-requirement, or sub-requirement. That's all for today. Thank you. See you in next video.